Hi, I'm Dino Fontana, and I'm going to do a presentation today on Livia Gerson's article about life-size camel sculptures found in Saudi Arabia that are actually older than Stonehenge and the pyramids of Giza. Quick outline of the presentation today. I'm going to talk a little bit more about myself and what the article is about, then go into further details about the age of the sculptures, how they were made, and then what researchers plan to do in the future with the sculptures, and then conclude with references and questions. I am a junior at Wayne State going for mechanical engineering. I also have a pre-engineering associate's degree from Macomb Community College that I got before transferring to Wayne last fall. Then the article is about 2018 findings about the camel sculptures that were found in Saudi Arabia that are now expected to be a lot older than they were originally thought to be, with a new study that was done earlier this year. And not only were there camels depicted in the sculptures, but also two other animals that were assumed to be mules, horses, or donkeys. The sculptures were originally thought to be around 2,000 years old. Now they are estimated to be around 7,000 to 8,000 years old. To put that into context, Stonehenge in England is only 5,000, and the pyramids of Giza in Egypt are only about 4,500 years old. The original age of the sculptures was determined by comparing similar sculptures that were made in Jordan, and the new age was done through chemical analysis and inspection of tool marks. And also there was a stonemason on the site, and they couldn't find any pottery or anything like that would have been used during the original 2,000-year-old mark. The sculptures were made by Neanderthals back in the Neolithic period, using tools made out of stone called shirts that would have been brought to the site from about 9 miles out. They were carved into 3 rocky spurs, and each camel took about roughly 2 weeks. Researchers believe that they were linked to a certain season dealing with fertility or mating, due to some of the camels having bulging necks or large stomachs that would be related to fertility. And given the long time period and the size of the sculptures, it would have been a communal effort. So researchers also think that it was used as a gathering place to bring all the herds together and exchange information and other things. And they believe that the site kept being come back to because they found different patterns in the weathering. So they believe they were re-engraved and maintained over generations. Researchers can still see the sculptures, and they're still quite impressive, which they were surprised about given how old they are. Researchers are now trying to maintain the site as best as possible and trying to get as much information about the sculptures and the surrounding area as they can before the sculptures completely erode. Like I mentioned before, they're now believed to be about 7,000 to 8,000 years old, and there were many people needed for the long process that is believed to be linked to a certain season, and the researchers are trying to gain as much knowledge as they can from these sculptures. And this is a reference to the original article. And then, are there any questions?